Okay, now we're going to learn factorisation. The first thing you ask is there a common factor we can take out? Now, common to these two terms is 5 and x, and we'll take out the minus as well. So when we take out minus 5x, it's like dividing it out. So if you divide it out of minus 5x, you're left with 1. And taking out the other, it's going to be 2x. Just to check, you just expand it by multiplying it. So if you multiply that in there, you get our original minus 5x, and then you multiply that in there, you'll get our minus 10x squared. Okay, so that's now factorised because we've got rid of the x squared, and are both what's called linear terms. Alright, this one here, we can't take out a common factor. So we have to try and put it into two brackets using FOIL. For those who've learnt the difference of two squares, you'll recognise that that's what this is. Now x squared will come from x times x. There's no outers and inners. The last is 9, coming from 3 times 3. Because there's no outers or inners, we have to have alternating signs, so that the outers is minus 3x and the inners is plus 3x, and they cancel. This one here is also a difference of two squares. We can't take out any common factor, so we put it into the two brackets. 4x squared will come from 2x times 2x, and the 25 will come from 5 times 5. Because there's no outers and inners, once again we alternate the signs. The next one, we can't take out a common factor, so we won't have to go into the two brackets. It's not a difference of two squares, it's a general type. To get x squared from the first, it's x times x. To get 1, it's 1 times 1, that's for the last. And the outers and inners, giving 2x, will come from plus 1x plus 1x. This one here, there is no common factor we can take out, so we have to go into the two brackets. The first comes from x times x. The last comes from 6 times 6. And to get the outers and inners being minus 12x, will be minus 6x minus 6x for outers and inners. This one here, we can't take out a common factor, so we put it into the two brackets. X squared comes from x times x. The 10 would come from 5 times 2. And to end up with the plus 3x, the outers and the inners, we need to put plus with the bigger number, plus 5x, and minus with the smaller number, minus 2x. This one has no common factor, so we also need to go straight to the brackets. X squared comes from x times x. 32 is 8 fours are 32. To end up with the outers and inners to give minus 4x, we need the minus with the inside and the inners, and the outers would have to have the plus. And the last one, we can take out a common factor of 5, and you're left with x squared plus 2x minus 3, and then we can factorise that one into two brackets. Now the x squared will come from x times x, the 3 from 1 times 3, and to end up with plus 2, you put plus the outers plus 3x, inners minus 1x. And that's factorisation done.